Valentina's dress was tight, black as the night, contrasting against her soft skin. Every curve was an invitation to sin, and she knew it. She walked through the church halls like a living temptation, her heels echoing against the cold marble floor. Her destination? The confessional. Mark, her husband, hadn't just made a mistake. He had dealt a brutal blow. The man who was so devout, so rigid in his faith, had been caught in bed with another woman. The shock quickly turned to rage, and the rage into something even darker, revenge. But Valentina didn't just want to hurt him. She wanted to destroy him. And what better way than by seducing the one man Mark revered the most? Father Gabriel. Young, handsome, with a deep voice that made the congregation shiver during sermons, Gabriel was an irresistible challenge. Valentina had already noticed how he avoided looking at her when she got too close, how his breath subtly changed when they were alone. He tried to hide it, but she could see it. She stepped into the confessional and softly closed the door. The screen separated them, but she could feel his presence on the other side. "Father, I have sinned." Her voice was a whisper, laced with malice. He took a deep breath. God is always willing to forgive. "What is your sin, my child?" She smiled. "Desire, Father. An insatiable desire, for a man I cannot have." A tense silence fell between them. Valentina let her fingers glide over her collarbone, knowing he couldn't see her completely, but he would feel the shift in her voice. "Desire is not a sin if controlled, my child." His voice wavered. "But I don't want to control it. I want to surrender to it. To feel this man touch me, claim me." Her tone was almost a moan. "I dream of it every night, Father. I dream of your hands on me." Gabriel held his breath. The air inside the confessional felt hotter, thicker. "Valentina, this is not right." But his voice was losing its conviction. She slid her fingers across the screen, her lips close enough for him to feel her warm breath. "I know you think about me. I know you want me, just as I want you." He didn't answer. But the silence screamed louder than words. With a swift movement, Valentina opened the confessional door and stepped inside his side. The shock was evident in his eyes, but he didn't move when she knelt before him, her hands sliding up the black fabric of his cassock. "This is wrong," he murmured, but his hands were already trembling as they touched her. "Then send me away. Tell me I am impure and cast me out." She lifted her face, her eyes locking onto his. "But if you say nothing, it means you want me to." Seconds stretched into eternity. Then, as if a dam had broken, Gabriel grabbed the back of her neck and pulled her into a desperate, searing kiss. The moral conflict dissolved into raw lust. His robes came undone, revealing the man behind the priest. Valentina explored every inch of his warm skin, his groans muffled against her neck. He lifted her, pressing her against the confessional wall, his hands roaming her body with a hunger that had been restrained for too long. The church was a sacred place, but at that moment, there was no sanctity. Only desire. Only bodies burning in delicious sin. When it was over, they were both breathless, sweaty, their bodies still tangled together. "This shouldn't have happened," Gabriel murmured, but his fingers still traced the outline of her body. Valentina smiled, satisfied. She reached for her clothes, dressing slowly under his gaze. "But it did." She fixed her hair and leaned in, whispering against his ear. "And it will happen again." She left the church with the thrill of victory, already savoring the moment she would reveal everything to Mark. He hadn't just cheated on her. He had lost to her.